Hi everyone, it's Irina, and today I want to talk before the darkness kicks in because it's getting darker obviously in my window where I'm looking right now. So today or tonight, what is it? 7:26 in the evening. I want to talk about success and achievements, whatever that means. Because in our world, we are so obsessed with success, whatever it means again, because usually we do not get to define success for ourselves. We get it kind of predefined. I don't know, it's just in the air. Probably it's on the air too, it's on the tube all the time. Success stories. What is the first impression in your mind from hearing that expression? Success stories, usually stories of people who as they also say, made something out of themselves. Uh, Usually it's people who are getting rich, but sometimes it's people who are getting famous. Uh, Usually, yeah, these two categories, rich and or famous. I wonder if I ever see, you know, uh, maybe some scientist or some inventor or some creative artist or poet in the success stories section. I don't think that I do. I think it is perceived as a success in our society when you excel at something that you just like doing. It's not a success, it's just, well, maybe an achievement, but it's not so important, right? Because nobody likes to hear about that. I don't know what I'm just guessing the reason. Or maybe it's just a corporate agenda. Whatever the reason is, it's really, we have some values in our society really twisted because we define success by the amount of goods the person is able to acquire in their lifetime. And the more you acquire, the more successful you are. Um, Although this in itself is silly. I mean, why is this a success? I just, I don't know. I want to know the answer. Why is acquiring goods success? Uh, Everything is relative. Um, what can be called the necessity, what can be called an excess, a luxury and stuff. But let's talk about luxury, okay? Why is acquiring luxurious goods success? Then what's the underlying value that we say everybody needs to achieve to be called successful? Uh, it appears that the value is money, and the more zeros there are in the price of a certain good, the more valuable it is, the more successful you get by getting this thing. It's sort of supposed to validate you as a person, as a human being. Like through acquiring some precious goods, you yourself will becoming kind of precious. But deep in our hearts, we all know it's not true. You know, that's what we are taught, maybe from childhood, that this kind of winning in this competition and getting your share of, the big cake and uh, acquiring goods is valuable, and it kind of, I don't know, makes you something, I don't know, worthy of respect or worthy at all. But truth is, I don't think most people actually treat successful in this way people more respectfully just because of what they own. No, most people still would like to know what kind of person are you. Uh, I just had this, how do you call it? Anyway, my English sucks today. I just imagined, a rich person dying, okay? So there's the funeral ceremony and there's people around and the friends and colleagues, school, classmates, whatever, and everybody standing there and saying, "Oh yeah, say Jimmy was a fine man. Remember when they just released that gadget? That very day he got it. No one else had it at that day. Jimmy was the only one who got it first once the shopping mall opened, and he got it for an incredibly high price. What a respectful, what a valuable man he was. What a great man, truly great man. And remember that car? The greatest, the most expensive, that they were just special edition of those cars, floating in the whole world? Jimmy owned it. Great man, worthy of respect, truly great man, best man on earth. I mean, no one's actually thinking in terms in these terms, in regards to what person owns and how good this person is. Uh, but somehow we keep playing this game, we keep buying stuff to impress others, um, to not look worse than our neighbors because they got something nice and we need to prove to them or to ourselves, that's what we like calling it, we need to prove to ourselves that we can do at least the same or better at acquiring some other goods. And this, like a mouse in that wheel, constantly running towards something, never getting it, because what people are truly running for when they are trying to acquire more and more goods and reach some status in society. Well, what they're running for is recognition, love, and happiness. But they're choosing their probably wrong means of achieving that. Because every time you buy one thing, you enjoy it for a very limited amount of time. You enjoy recognizing that now you probably have impressed uh, for some period of time somebody that you wanted to impress, and then you have to put a new incentive for yourself. Well, I've achieved that. What do I do now? Stop? Then people will cease respecting me because they will see that I no longer achieve anything else. Just stop doing things. Like I became a loser again or whatever. So this crazy race continues. And at some point in life, a person finds themselves just empty, so tired from chasing something, never actually getting there, because it's not a problem of how much you earn. The underlying how much you earn, how much you own. The underlying cause for this obsession with getting things, acquiring goods, achieving some statuses, is that, you know, wish to be loved and to be accepted. But from the childhood, many people get the message that you are not worthy the way you are, and you have no right to exist just as a person who simply enjoying his or her life. That would be just like low. I mean, what have you done in your life? What have you achieved? You have to validate yourself through something that you earned, built, got, I don't know, You have to validate yourself. You have to um, give a reason why you should exist in this world at all. Well, this is some kind of underlying message we are getting since the childhood, when they say that you should try and compete and get something and make something out of yourself to be worthy of respect and love. And this is a twisted value of our society because, you know, we all appreciate good friends. We like responsible people, we like kind people, we like empathetic people, we like people who are fun to be around, people who have some interests, people who are creative. That's what we truly value. But then we somehow feel that that's not enough to be called a successful person in life. Just enjoying your life, just being a good friend, a good, I don't know, parent, a good lover, a good, just a good person. Well, good, of course, it's a very relative term, but anyway, just a normal, pleasant human being is not enough. You have to get something. You have to surround yourself with something and point to that. See, guys, that's what I earned. That's why now I am worthy of the respect and admiration that I want. Yeah, this is just a foolish game most of us, almost all of us are playing, and all we need to do is stop and think, what do I truly need and want in my life? What do I define as success in my life? And what are those messages that I have been given by somebody else, maybe when I was a child, where I still didn't have critical thinking to uh, doubt that. So I just swallowed that. But now is maybe the time to reconsider some ideas about life. What's truly important for you? Because of course, for everybody, the um, the level of how much they want to own again in their life differs, and it's normal. Um, but the thing is, you should be the one to decide how much time and effort are you willing to invest into working harder, perhaps, or thinking harder to work less hard. Doesn't work for all people, but for some, yes. They devise some smarter ways of making money. Well, all power to them. Uh, so it's just gotta be your decision. You think, yeah, well, do I really want that gadget that they just manufactured recently? Do I need it, and why do I need it? Do I need it because there's some great thing about the product that I can't wait to engage in, using? Or is it because all my friends have the same gadget and now I feel like I'm some kind of from the old century with my old notebook or something, um, and that I have to buy that because I will feel better about myself. Well, you can still do that, but just realize that, you know, wasting your life on trying to uh, live up to somebody's expectation about you is not gonna be that fulfilling. It has side effects. And the side effect, if you do that often or most of the time or all of the time, is that emptiness you're gonna feel. Is that you will not see the meaning in your life because something inside you wants to live. And living, uh, truly, it's very different from trying to live up to something. Okay, because somebody who's trying to live up to something is not really living, because they're not listening to themselves, to what their desires are, to what their dreams are. Because not everybody is supposed to dream about acquiring the new Lexus and wearing the diamond and stuff like that. Some people naturally are dreaming, I don't know, about following their vocation. Maybe they want to be a school teacher. Maybe they want to get married and have 5 kids. It differs for everybody, and no one has to feel like they're losers for not getting into this crazy race of acquiring more and more goods that actually tell you nothing about the person who acquired those goods. No, it does not add any value to the person. It does not take away any value. You can be a rich person, be a great man or woman to meet, to know. It's just regardless. What I'm just saying is that what you have does not define you, does not validate you, does not add anything to who you are and how valuable are you as a person. You know, this obsession with money, with goods, I find it amusing but also a little bit saddening because so many people start really wasting their lives on it. Well, they even, it's sort of like a cult on TV when you're constantly shown um, what new toy has come out, well, some extremely expensive, I don't know, dresses, jewelry, watches, and the message is you're supposed to be wanting to get those things, like everybody's supposed to want it because some kind of status. I don't know, it's just silly when I think of a person who is just compulsively spending their money on something, on some crazy overpriced goods. What I think about that person is just poor thing, you know, because the person has not been able to overcome this conditioning. Of course, it doesn't mean that if you buy one or two things that are, or you like buying, you know, expensive things for the quality that you're getting, that's one thing, okay? There really um, often really is a correlation between the price of the thing and the quality of the thing. Yeah, I can agree with that. But also, in many cases, for a whole variety of goods, there are cheaper but not worse alternatives. And where the only thing you're paying for when you're buying the so to say luxurious thing is the brand. And what you're paying for all the salaries, works of all the staff that the company hired in their marketing department, and for all the advertisement times that for the advertisement that they had on TV, on the internet, on big boards, you're paying for that. You're not paying for quality. You're paying to the guys in that company for how smart they were in the advertisement strategy. So does it make you a wise person for doing that? Maybe not. Maybe it doesn't make you a stupid person either, but it's just um, com the compulsion to buy something that's only because of the brand is silly. No, that's just my opinion. Alright, so that's been another long video that I think I should have made shorter, but sorry for the distortion. Unsubscribe if you want, but subscribe if you liked what I was just rambling about. And good luck in your achievements in life. Whenever there was not. Bye.